Welcome back. This is Confessing Lies or Telling Stories. I am the unDJ. We all know that amongst the lies, stories, AI videos, embellishments, they always have to hide a good amount of truth in order to sell it. Let's see if we can find it together.
Do you ever notice Baron doesn't look a lot like his parents? You want to know who he does look like? He just happens to have a very certain resemblance to someone, especially when he was younger. And I don't see that resemblance, but you know who else he looks like? Now, why would that be? Why would this be? I'll tell you why. Because Michael Jackson's kids wouldn't grow up to look like that. They would grow up to look like that. Just like he is growing up to look like that, and clearly came from that. And you might be saying, well, why in the world would Baron look like Diana? Well, why don't we take a look? In an attempt not to upset the very, very kind content moderators, I'm just going to present you some information and let you make up your mind. But before you make up your mind completely, stick around to the end, because I do have a smoking gun. And yes, their features are quite different. But when you switch personalities full time, a mask doesn't cut it. You need to make some permanent improvements. But cosmetics doesn't change the way you sit. It doesn't change the way you wave. And apparently doesn't even change the way you dress. And did you know that Donald Trump aggressively pursued Diana after her divorce?
I mean, they really didn't connect how the whole Baron Elvis thing hit. But we all know what we see is not what it is. And what it really is, we will never see. Simple as that.
Ever wonder why you can't get enough of my fries? Ha ha! People think these are just potatoes, but they're not. After cutting, they're chemically treated. That controls color and consistency, so they last forever. They're partially fried in seed oil before you ever see them. This locks in texture. You don't care though, right? These were made weeks ago, sometimes months. Ha 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 ha! Our supply is endless. Real potatoes don't look like this naturally. We modify all of our potatoes to make sure they all have the same look and consistency. They're designed to sit and still look the same forever. Still hungry? It doesn't really need to be genetically modified. The process does the work.
You're already infected. Brain rot reels.
First of all, that is the scariest Ronald McDonald ever. Second of all, no, not the fries. Everyone knows that fresh McDonald fries, properly salted, is one of life's joys.
They are not aliens?
No. What we call aliens are simply the civilizations living beyond the ice wall of Antarctica. It's not some distant galaxy or a sci-fi fantasy. It's Earth, right here, hidden in plain sight, but beyond what we're allowed to see. These advanced civilizations have technology so beyond our understanding that when their ships soar through the skies, we mistake them for extraterrestrial crafts. But they're not from space. They're from regions on this planet we've been kept from exploring. Why the lie? The oligarchs, the ones pulling the strings, want to keep us in fear of the unknown. Aliens, outer space, it's all a smokescreen. They don't want us asking questions about what's really out there. These civilizations are light years ahead of us in tech and knowledge. That's why the narrative is controlled. They don't want you to even imagine the idea that there's more to Earth than you've been told. But trust me, it's not aliens coming for us. It's advanced beings from right here, beyond the icy borders we're forbidden to cross.
That's all cute, cool, and amazing. But am I wrong for not wanting to know or go, simply because every depiction you see of anything beyond the ice wall looks cold, gloomy, and boring. I stay in the cage. It's a lot of fun here. I'm good where I'm at. These pictures don't look appetizing at all. I'm good.
This video is genuinely scary, and no one knows where it came from. No one knows who filmed it or even where it was recorded. In the video, you can see several children. They're standing in a circle, holding hands. In the middle, there's an adult wearing a costume that looks like the devil. They move slowly, all together, like some kind of ritual. No one is laughing. No one is talking. Everything feels wrong and uncomfortable. Some people say it's just staged, but others believe it's connected to a secret cult. The scariest part isn't what you can see, it's what you can't. Who filmed this scene? And more importantly, why were children there? Even today, no one has been able to explain where or when this video was made. If it's real, then there are probably things in this world we were never meant to see. Tell me in the comments what you think is happening here. And if you want more videos like this, like and follow me so you don't forget. Because some videos disappear faster than you think.
Even if it's staged, it's disturbing. Like, how do you sell this? And come on, children, let me put on this evil mask and outfit and let's dance around and do weird things. Whatever it is wrong. This is too much.
Does China have the files?
Well, eventually everything needs to come out to the sun. Let's wait. And allow me to make one point. I think it is right now the high time to expunge the evil as represented by Jeffrey Epstein and whoever who is with him. Now, this is a very important point. I do not want to go into further details. I think the evil as represented by Jeffrey Epstein need to be fully expunged in the world, including in the relations between Israel and the United States.
Okay, I like that kind of strategic ambiguity.
Does China have the files? I would think by now they kind of have all the files, every file, everything. Of course they do. And then some.
Want to hear a crazy coincidence pertaining to history? December 5th, 1664, a ship sank off the coast of Wales in the Menai Strait. 81 people on the ship died, and there was only one survivor, and his name was Hugh Williams. December 5th, 1785, a ship sunk in the exact same spot. Everyone died except one person. Can you guess his name?
Hugh Williams.
Hugh Williams.
What?
August 5th, 1821, a ship sank in this same spot. One survivor, Hugh Williams. August 19th, 1889, a coal barge sunk, same spot. Except this time, there was two survivors. Can you guess their name?
Huey and Hugh.
Both named Hugh Williams.
That's
Five Hugh Williams.
How is that possible?
It seems like this guy's like a time traveler.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta fix this.
Because he's like, I got to stop this ship.
Stuck in your very own Groundhog Day. Drowning and sinking, that kind of thing is already horrific. Having to do it over and over again, I might have to just let history stay the way it was. I might have to just leave that not fixed. I'm not going to keep drowning. That's too much. Shouts out to Hugh Williams.
Something really weird is happening in 2026. We know The Simpsons have predicted a lot of events, along with people like Baba Vanga and Nostradamus. But well, we're cooked. This year already, 3 months in, there's already a few predictions that have actually come true, or semi-come true. And well, just you wait till you hear the ones that are yet to come true, because they better not. First of all, The Simpsons actively spoke a lot about AI and things taking over. Big topic was, in 2026, AI actually taking over a lot of human jobs, which obviously we are on track for and is kind of happening. In The Simpsons as well, there was a lot of talk that in 2026, growing political political chaos and rivalry. Yeah, very similar again though, now switching to Baba Vanga, who's the prophet who's like blind and predicted everything, even her own death. She said, very similarly, humans could start losing control of technology this year, and a major global shift will begin. Well, yeah, that's happening. Now we've got Nostradamus, who's arguably the most famous. He said, 2026, a great upheaval in the world, and powers rising that no one can stop. Great. We might as well just rage quit now. We might as well. Obviously, that's not necessarily true yet, but there is a lot of conflicts escalating, new world powers, and something bigger happening that we probably don't know. So, now also it's been predicted that in 2026, a major scientific breakthrough is going to happen. Don't know what that's going to be. Along with a sudden global event that shifts everything overnight. Just stop. Oh, and something in the sky that people won't be able to ignore. This isn't sounding too good. I'm not going to lie. Global instability and something that changes the world. Conflict, a sudden global event, and something in the sky that people can't ignore. Been a lot of talk about aliens this year. I don't know. No, leave that. Make sure you hit that follow button, because if even a quarter of this comes true, 2026 is going to be insane.
So it was 2025, 2024, all the way back to 2012, 2008, 2004, and the year 2000. Look, I'm tired of preparing every year. Get the year right, and I'll prepare that year. Stop the doomsday thing every single year. This is going to be the year. This is going to be the one. I'm tired. I got too much toilet paper and way too much water because I keep listening. I'm done. Just whatever.
Maybe Orlando Brown isn't crazy after all.
I'll switch your wife out and I'll put another one of your wife in her side of her body. And they're walking around. When they move that spirit to the next vessel, they still do the same thing, is all I've been saying to you.
I started it because I found out when I had kids.
You know,
I found out when I had kids that kids.
I will say when I'm with my sister or we're in the car.
You'll be in the car with Paul, man, but you're really in the car with Peter.
We fight not in flesh and blood. This is a spiritual warfare.
What are some of the headlines that are coming out of that?
If you're watching this, you're probably wondering what's going on.
And they wanted to medicate me every day.
Phase 1, that's how they sedate you. Phase 2 is this.
If I ever went anywhere, we know why. You understand what I'm saying?
Now you're in the sunken place.
My mom said I was very... They like that.
Oh, don't make it a moment.
Connie, are you considering performing at the inauguration? Connie, no comment about your meeting with the president.
It's like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually. It's a big day in music history.
Mark Cohn says in his great song, Walking in Memphis, there's a pretty little thing waiting for the king down in the jungle.
But nobody asked me about no damn gift. What's good?
So is that it? Where should we go on our honeymoon?
Maybe a Caribbean cruise.
But you hate boats. You've always said you hate boats.
Maybe I've changed.
If you know, you know.
For phase 3, the transplantation. So you won't be gone, and not completely. A sliver of you will still be in there.
Well, we all know that there has to be a price paid. All that power, all that respect, all that fame, all that money. I know enough to know I know nothing. And I'm comfortable knowing nothing. I have no intentions on being famous. Just trying to get a little bit of money. But of course there's some weird things going on. And anything they let us have, that means they're done playing with it. They're not going to give you their best toys. They're going to give you the toys they're done with, which means they got better toys.
Everybody listen up. You need to get in your seats right now. Hey, you kids, step forward, please. Facing forward, thank you. That's what I like. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everybody hang on. Is everybody okay? Kids!
So what the hell?
is that?
All hands, hoist the colors high.
Now, one could argue that all of these videos are staged, they're AI, some kind of Photoshop technique, and I would tend to agree with you. But wouldn't you invent something like AI, Photoshop, and things of that nature to blur the lines of the weird and crazy things you really don't want society to see if hiding them did not work and they're out? The only way to sit there and make things look commonplace is to give us the technology to fake anything. That way we'll believe nothing. Smart.
Right, so Matt Gaetz, the man who couldn't even get confirmed as Attorney General, now claims he was briefed on a secret alien breeding program while in Congress. Yes, you heard that correctly. Alien breeding program. Apparently the US government is running some sort of intergalactic matchmaking service, and they thought Matt Gaetz was the appropriate person to tell about it. The man investigated by his own party. That's who gets the extraterrestrial fertility secrets. Now look, I'm not saying aliens don't exist. The universe is vast and mysterious. But if they do exist and they are breeding, I sincerely hope they're keeping their distance from Matt Gaetz specifically. This is what American politics has become. Forget healthcare, forget infrastructure, we're doing alien romance now. The X-Files really has a lot to answer for.
If I was an alien species, I would never come to Earth. I've noticed that every time mankind finds something that we've never seen before, we do three things: capture it, find a way to destroy it, and mate with it. We are a very special species. But I would never come to Earth. I'm good. I see what you all do.
So the government captured one of these native Antarctic people, or Agarthians as you call them, and interrogated them.
I mean, look, they had been studying this rogue country within Antarctica for decades, right? Of course they captured one of the natives. How else were they supposed to get any information on the place? Look, regardless, the things that they'd found out in the conversations that followed suit, right, were just, it puts history in a different perspective. Let's put it that way.
Wait, they were talking to this person?
Well, look.
I mean, wouldn't these people speak their own language?
Buddy, just because they have their own native language doesn't mean they don't understand others as well. Look, after they detained him, right, they figured he was going to speak in some kind of uninterpretable tongue, so they sent in a linguistic expert by the name of Pete Richards to do the interrogation, right? And so Pete sits there asking him all kinds of different questions, right, about their society, about who they are. But the guy just wouldn't say a thing. He was completely silent, right? Up until the point where Pete pulls out these pictures the agency had taken of this country's pyramids, right? And he sets the picture down as he says, "Can you tell me about these?" The guy didn't really budge, right? Like he didn't want to engage. And so Pete says, "Listen, we've seen structures like this before." He pulls out an image of the pyramids from ancient Egypt and shows it to him. And for the first time, the guy's expression just completely shifts, right? Like he was seeing something that he'd somehow seen before. And as he's staring at the image, he goes, "Second." Pete's just shocked this guy had finally spoke, right? And as he's just staring at him, a higher up agent in the room quickly says, "Pete, what the hell's that mean?" And with a kind of just wide-eyed, shocked expression of disbelief, Pete says, "It's Egyptian. It means old friend."
I don't think as a species we understand that if there are ancient civilizations out there, to them, we're like kids. And when you get to be a certain age as an adult, you stop hanging around kids because the things that kids do and say seem obnoxious. They don't seem logical, but we dismiss it as, hey, they're just kids being kids. So the things that we do in this world probably don't make much sense to any civilization out there that's more advanced or far older than us. And I would distance myself from us too.
This just won't be the scariest thing you see this week.
it will be the scariest thing you maybe see in your entire life. This is your official warning. You may want to keep scrolling. This video was sent to me by one of my followers, and it literally gave me chills. Watch it, let me know in the comments what you think. Is it a hoax? I'm not so sure about this one. If you have any evidence you'd like to share, my email's in my bio. Thanks for watching, have a great day. God bless. Watch this.
¿Qué quiere?
See, this is how toddlers accidentally get kicked down the stairs playing around. That's not funny, not at all. I don't know what that was, but you better find a different game to play, because once I feel like it's supernatural, I'll kick a supernatural kid in the head. That's just how that goes.
Okay, Mr. Warbucks and his pals get together every month and they have a little ceremony where they eat a very rare, very expensive type of meat. I provide that meat.
Oh, God. Are they eating?
No, it's not what you think, okay? Yeah, it's people. Yeah. No, but they're already gone. So.
Never had a little girl.
And neither has Warbucks and his pals. They never eaten a kid, okay? All that meat is adult meat, and it's part of the ritual.
Ricky.
Okay.
That show is riddled with little hidden messages like this. If these guys always put it right in our faces for everyone to see but no one to believe. That show alone, I could have content for a year straight. The amount of little hints and things they put in it. And I don't think they'll be stopping anytime soon, because everyone will still watch the show. Everyone will continue to support what they do.
I always feel like the best way to tell the truth is through comedy. Make people laugh about it, because they don't take it serious. But ask yourself, your favorite comedian, do they not speak the truth? Is it not the perspective that's funny? They're not making things up. They're talking about what's really happening, and they make you laugh about it to the point you just don't take it serious. But they don't lie. They tell the truth. Just like these shows, they make fun of it. They make you laugh, but don't think they're not telling the truth. The truth is the funniest.
This is awesome. Somebody was able to film Area 51, and it's not crazy blurry, it's not fake. This is real, it's recent, and I find it totally fascinating. So a creator that goes by Jerry Arizona traveled to Nevada, hiked up a ridge outside of Area 51, and pointed his telescopic camera straight at the base. We're obviously not supposed to see what he filmed, but somehow he got the shot. There's a bunch of footage, but check some of this out.
Here you can see some radar, and there's one of those F-16s. Wow, it's super cool to see one of the Groom Lake F-16s up close like this. I think we might have a camo dude. It looks white. Yeah, that's definitely a white pickup. It just came from the gate. Let's see where this truck is going. Looks like it's some large metal structures, metal shelters or something over there. One lone Janet flight sat on the tarmac. I settled in for the night and watched it take off.
So even though he didn't seem to capture an alien piloting a flying saucer, he did capture some super interesting stuff. And seeing the Janet Airlines was really cool. I personally found watching this footage completely fascinating.
I don't know why we keep sneaking over there. We know they don't want us there. We know why. And if you see it, you're just going to want to unsee it. So stay away from there. All right? Stay away from there. You don't need that kind of image in your head or those kind of images. We got enough cool things out here. Let them have it.
This man disappeared after revealing the dark truth about bottled water. Let's see it.
Okay, now we're gonna test the Arrowhead water, okay? Okay, barely any light at all. It's dead water, it has no electrical current. Let's try the Dasani. Very dead. Let's try Essentia. Okay, this is supposed to be alkaline water. Nope. Nothing. Now let's try Kangen water. Do you see what just happened, guys? This water is electrically charged. Okay? It's rich in antioxidants naturally. There's no additives added to the water. It is all created by an electrical process. It's called an electrolysis. Okay, let's go back.
A man vanished without a trace after claiming he had uncovered the dark truth behind bottled water. According to those close to him, he had been investigating strange additives, hidden testing results, and a powerful industry determined to keep consumers in the dark. Just days after he shared what he found, he was gone, leaving behind only questions, whispers, and a story that feels too chilling to ignore.
Yeah, the water was free, and the water tastes like water. It was good water. And then the free water started tasting nasty, and they gave the bottled water 17 different tastes. Whatever they're doing is done. And what are you going to do? Not drink water? I will say that they can't be doing too much to us, because if we're all gone, then who are they going to control? So hopefully it's just dialing back and not destroying. But sooner or later we will figure it out. We always do.
I think we owe this woman an apology. So you remember the "that man is not real" airplane meltdown?
But I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real.
So back in 2023, Tiffany Gomez went viral after freaking out on a commercial flight, insisting someone on board wasn't real. And the internet's verdict was, meme her, laugh, and move on. But fast forward to now, Tiffany just tweeted, "Redemption is near." She tweeted this while retweeting Donald Trump's announcement of the release of the government files on unexplained phenomena, including possible extraterrestrial life. So we've got government officials admitting that there's going to be hidden information released soon, which, by the way, is a distraction tactic. And we got Tiffany out here saying that all will be revealed and that she will be redeemed. So maybe she wasn't drunk. Maybe she wasn't crazy. Maybe she did see something that she couldn't explain and panicked. Maybe the question shouldn't be what was wrong with Tiffany, and maybe it should be what did she see before the rest of us were ready to listen.
That mother back there is not real.
Yeah, I remember this one. This is of course, it was very likely that it was alcohol fueled. But again, that doesn't mean she didn't see anything. I've seen a few crazy things in my life, and I just dismissed it as I didn't freak out. But I've seen some things that I had some questions about, and nobody could tell me that I didn't see it. So I get it. Well, of course, we know this all could be staged, but I don't get into those kind of pranks. You come around the corner and you look scary like that, we're gonna have a situation. I believe everything until I have a great reason not to. That way, nothing gets past me. Anyway, we've seen a few weird videos, a few of them a little too hard to believe, but anything's possible in this world. We know that. So until next time, keep your eyes open. Make sure that you listen twice as much as you speak. That's why you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Until next time, I am the unDJ, and this is Confessing Lies or Telling Stories.